This is Jesús, Manuel, Mena, Garza. How you doing? Hope you're having a really good day. In this video I talk about photography, specifically some new cameras by Panasonic. I've owned cameras since 1963, so that's been a while. I've owned analog cameras, digital cameras, point and shoot cameras, twin lens cameras, 4x5 cameras, and of course now I own a Panasonic G85, digital camera, and my wife owns a Panasonic GH5 digital camera. Of course, I also own a Nikon D800, and the list goes on and on and on. So this is a new camera for Panasonic, specifically a digital full frame camera. So here's some of the product pimps here talking about the product, and you can see what they say. They're only going to say good stuff, of course, and they smile for the camera, and they look ruggedly individualistic and all that bullshit. So there they are, Daniel Bereschlalak and Kai Stut and Annie Griffiths, and they're all there smiling for the camera and telling you how wonderful this, and it'll make you more macho and more sexy. Okay, so here's the camera details. It's a newly developed 35mm full frame image sensor. So it takes some tremendous pictures because it's full frame. My current camera is micro four thirds, essentially very small sensor in comparison to a full frame traditional 35mm size sensor. So it also supports 4K 60, which is awesome for a lot of you cinematographers and videographers, and it has a lot of other nice stuff. You can pause this video anytime. It's shot in HD, not 4K, HD, and I hope you have time to check it out and go to the Panasonic website. Just do a search for Panasonic S1 and you should learn a lot about this product. Of course, everybody's going to say that this will improve your photography exponentially. Of course, that's a bunch of BS. If you can't take a picture, you can't take a picture. So this is designed for professionals. I'll be very straightforward. This is designed for professionals or persons with a lot of money to spend, okay? If you're a person with a lot of money who can't take a picture, this ain't going to help you, okay? But if you're a professional photographer, you have professional tripods, you have professional lights, you have a professional crew, this is a tool for you. Panasonic has always been, I'll be very straightforward with you, at the cutting edge of 4K and cinematography and filmmaking and stuff, these products that are affordable to the regular, independent videographer. So my G85 is tremendous. I would have bought a Nikon product. I've been a Nikon man since I was, in the 60s. But Panasonic is the preeminent, manufacturer of 4K, DSLR, mirrorless cameras in the world, specifically mirrorless cameras. So if you want a high quality camera, I would recommend this Panasonic because they know what they're doing. So here's some of the lenses they're currently going to offer. Of course, here they all kinds of videos at this website, and it's again shop.panasonic.com/LUMIX S, and those ruggedly individualistic guys with their camera, and then one woman there with a scarf. Okay, so why would you buy this camera as a YouTuber, as a mom and pop? There's really no reason to buy this camera other than you have a lot of money to spend, because it'll cost you $2,500 to $3,500 just to get set up. First of all, you have to buy the camera for $2,500, and if you want to throw in a little zoom lens, it's $3,500. That's a lot of money. And most people nowadays are shooting with their, already know what the answer is, with their smartphone. So you can use your smartphone for 90% of the stuff. What you need this for is for interchangeability of lenses. And of course, once you get into these big fat lenses for full frame cameras, they are heavy. You're going to need a tripod to hold up a zoom, unless you got pretty sturdy individual. So again, I like my Lumix G85 because it's small, it's lightweight, it's easy to lug around. This camera, unless you're a professional photographer in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s, and you like lugging around a lot of stuff, this is the camera for you. If you want to take A+ photographs and you're an A+ photographer, get this camera. If you're a D- photographer and you know who you are, don't get this camera. This ain't gonna help you. You can't You can't take advantage of this camera. Be serious. So this has been Jesús Manuel Mena Garza on the new Lumix S Series. I want one desperately. If anybody wants to send me one for review or to check out, I'd love it. I'd absolutely love it. What are the benefits of this camera? The benefits of a full frame camera is, one, it has a big sensor, better in low light, more pixel size that are gigantic as compared to smaller cameras where just tiny pixel size which can't gather a lot of light. Okay, and also you get better control of depth of field. So in a mirrorless camera, it's very difficult to get very shallow depth of field unless you're very close to the subject. But on these cameras, you can, with a certain lenses, f2.8, f1.4s, eventually they're going to come out with those lenses. Right now they only have, I think, an f4 lens. But eventually they'll come out with a bunch of lenses. And all the manufacturers out there for, in the secondary market for lenses will make lenses for this camera. And I really like that. Controlling your depth of field is important, so you get the subject and the background is gone. Or you can get a nice wide, super wide lens and get nice panoramas, nice landscapes, nice scenes, beautiful shots. And of course the glass, varies between manufacturer. And Panasonic makes some very good lenses. So does Nikon, and so does Canon, and Zeiss lenses, Leitz lenses, Schneider, all these different manufacturers, Rodenstock from the old days. So feel free to comment, feel free to give me what you think about this new series of cameras, and of course these two very rugged looking guys out in the middle of nowhere, with their cameras saying, hey, be like me. Or this woman here, I need a scarf and I'm pretty tough too. So here's the details, and go to the website at Panasonic.com, the new S1 and S1R. Totally awesome. I want one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I would greatly appreciate it. Gracias. Adios.